My name is Aide Vigo.
My name is Robert Vigo. We've been married 33 years.
And we came here to have surgery with Dr. Hess. We met on Kendall, Florida, 34 years ago. And after that, 6 months after, we were married and we're still here. We have 6 children. It's 3 of mine, 3 of him. Those are our kids. We have 15 grandchildren. And that's the story of our life.
I would like to add that where we met in Kendall is an area in South Miami. And I was the assistant surgeon when I met my wife. And I saw the silhouette of her in the mirror, and I noticed she was looking at me, and I was looking at her, and this all became a reality afterwards. And here we are 33 years later, we're married ever after.
My mother-in-law, she was admitted at the Miramar Hospital, and there was 2 beautiful nurses there. One of them asked me where I was from, and I tell her from Colombia. The other nurse was Indian, beautiful ladies. So then they told us, oh my God, we just came from Medellin 6 months ago. We have surgery with Dr. Juan Esteban Sierra. Oh, look. I say, I can't believe it. I say, yeah, look, she showed me. And I look at my husband because I've been having this ugly belly for so many years. You know, I carried 3 beautiful children. But anyways, so my husband say, well, we're gonna go and see him. I never thought that this was gonna be for real. So in November of 2019, we came here and we looked that we was close about 10 minutes from Dr. Juan Esteban Sierra. Now, you know, to get in touch with him, everything has to be via WhatsApp. That's the only part I don't like much, but it's excellent. He has a very high technology to work with it, which we appreciate anyway. So we came and knocked at the door, and Luz, she just welcomed us, and she said, well, the doctor is gonna be here in a little bit. Let's see if they can see you. So doctors see us and everything, and we plan to come back in 2020. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, so we have to stop. Now that everything was fine, my husband in July or August, he told me, why we don't start again to see if we can see the doctor. So we're starting to call and everything, and in the blink of an eye, we both have surgery. I don't believe it. I still in recuperation, but I feel beautiful again.
I like to put it this way. It was more of an encouragement on my part to encourage my wife to do this because she was very scared of the operation. Like she said before, she can't look at a needle because she's extremely scared of pain. She thinks about the pain. I said, don't think about the pain. Think about your faith, the Lord. You know, He's with you at all times. And so it's more like a reality coming through, like a dream come through for us. Coming here to Dr. Sierra, who is a wonderful person in our view. I mean, his attention is like phenomenal. It's something that touches your heart, so to speak. Not only as a doctor, but also as an individual. And it took us very little, at least for me, it took me very little to acknowledge that, to welcome that charisma, that sort of Colombian flavor, touch, beauty. It was just something, amazing, yeah.
So anyway, when they took me to the operating room, the anesthesiologist, he asked me, think on something in the music that you like more. Think on something that you like more in music. I say, I'm thinking on God. So he said, okay, tell me your name. So I gave him my name. He said, okay, I'm going to start now. You're going to fall asleep. I said, wait a minute. I was going to say no. And I say, God, give me a sign to continue. When the manager of surgery, the nurse that is in charge of the surgical room, she came to me, hold my hand, say, "What happened?" I said, "I'm scared. I don't think so. I'm going to have it done." And she said, "Look, I'm going to be here. My name is Aida." Why? And then I say, "Go ahead, doctor." And I don't remember anything else. Because Aida, it was my grandmother's name. Immediately I told him, "Go ahead, doctor." I woke up around 6, 7 o'clock at night, and I was looking. I said, "This was done already?" "Yeah." And I said, "What time is it?" 6:15. And from then to now, it's been a beautiful experience. Then on Sunday, I was listening to my mass, and it was talking about Emmanuel, which is Jesus. And I was telling God, "Thank you for giving me this chance in life. And thank you for Dr. Juan Esteban." And I say, "Juan Esteban, J-E-S. Yes, Jesus." And I said, "I can't believe it." I said, "That's it, I'm fine." So, and I explained this to the doctor. And it was more fear than anything else. I feel 90% better now. I feel great, and I'm expecting to getting better and better. I have a beautiful experience with the doctors, Dr. Juan Esteban Sierra, here in his office and his facility. Everybody's sweet and nice. And with my husband's surgery, well, I the one that taking care of him for one day only, but he did great. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, well, all I can say is that when she mentioned the name Aida is her grandmother, as she mentioned. But my wife didn't say this earlier, but I say she was brought up in a boarding school in Colombia at a very young age because her mother was very young at the time, just to give you a quick cap. But for my wife, her grandmother is the Immaculate Conception, if you will. Is the ultimate. She loves her mother, yes, but her grandmother, she grew up through her grandmother. Everything was her grandmother. I loved her. I mean, until she passed away, I remember I called her la abuelita universal, universal, because she had such a beautiful humor, chistosa, un carisma muy lindo, una señora de edad de 80 y pico años. Era que no se ve todo el mundo. And, it was something that touches you too, because you don't see that in people that are hurting. She was hurting. She had cancer multiple times. She had her breast moving. She weighed barely 75 pounds, 70 pounds. She was very she was very sensitive, but at the end of the day, it was like her guardian angel at the same time. As soon as they said,
the day of the surgery, because I asked God, I say, "Give me a sign to continue." And this lady just came from all of those 4 nurses. She came in front of me and she held my hand. Say, "Don't worry, I'm going to be here. I'm Aida." And I said,
and so when Aida came up, it was a grandma. She said that my grandmother, it's like my grandma is here with me.
She said, "Okay."
About my eye surgery, I had eye surgery because at my age, I started developing, my eyelids were overlapping my eyes, okay, and I had bags underneath there, and I said, well, at my age, I'm 71, I'm not getting younger, I'm not getting older, but it's getting worse and worse. So I made the decision that I'm going to go ahead and with Dr. Esteban Sierra, hopefully, it won't look as bad. And I looked at the pictures, the photos afterwards, after the procedure, and it was just amazing. The work he did, to my eyes, they're still a little swollen, and that's expected. But overall, I'm 100% satisfied. I can see the difference. My eyes are shining now. They're not, my eyelids are not like covering my eyes like they used to. They're more wide open. And so, I'm very thankful to the doctor his staff, everyone else, and I'm thoroughly thrilled and happy.
And what do Mom say and our grandson say?
Oh, our grandson, eldest grandson says, "Abuelo, you have some beautiful eyes."
Amazing eyes. First time I see
They
those
shine.
beautiful, amazing eyes.
Yeah.
And your mom, what she said yesterday to you?
Oh, I look so young from a distance. My mother doesn't know I did this, but she sees the photos, when we call them
FaceTime, we call them
FaceTime or
I don't know
WhatsApp. I said, "Te ves tan joven, you look so young. You look younger."
even know
I
that.
said, I don't want to tell her anything because she's 97, she has dementia, a little dementia. And I said, well, Mommy, I'm okay, I look fine, I'm the same, and happy. But I'm so grateful to the doctor, I really am. And
now we have
that's
more
what-
confidence in ourselves. I do have more confidence in myself now.
For me, if I had to do this again, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't think it twice. In other words, and I would highly recommend it to anyone that feels the same way at this age. It's not to get prettier or whatever. It's only just to get, to get that fix up that you need as you grow older, so it doesn't get worse with time. And for me, that's very important.
I wish I could did my 20 years ago, but my fear. But now, wait, don't matter. I'm going to enjoy it.
I encouraged her. I was the one
we
that encouraged her.
encourage anyone that wants to have any type of surgery, plastic surgery. If you're going to feel good, go ahead and do it.
Don't hesitate.
Don't hesitate.
Don't hesitate.
Don't wait too long like we did.
Yeah.
And no matter if you want to do it now. I'm 63 years old. If you want to do it now. If you want to do it younger, better, so you can enjoy your life better. If we was going to have this surgery done, first of all, we want to take advantage that we both are in Medellin, Colombia, at the same time. So I want him to have his first, so at least I can take care of him 2 or 3 days. And then I have mine. So it was something planning like that, so we can be, at the same time, we can be looking for each other.
For me, it was not so much for me, but encouraging my wife to do it, like I said earlier, because she was always afraid and everything else. It's been a heck of a wonderful and positive ride for us. It was a very, I'll call it a smooth roller coaster ride. It was like, you went on there and, and when you woke up again, I mean, it was like you were in a fantasy land or something like that. It was such a wonderful experience, and to me that was very important. For me, at least, it was my wife. I was more concerned about my wife's surgery because hers was worse than mine. Mine was a more simpler, procedure, of course, whereas hers was more of a hurtful and more cautious, taking care of it. So.
One thing before we came to have surgery done, after we have the video consultation with Dr. Juan Esteban Sierra, I always, and any time that I'm going to see a new doctor for ABC reasons, we always check the background of doctors. I say, how are we going to do this? This is in Colombia. Very simple. I call the Colombian embassy in Miami. I request that I need Dr. Juan Esteban Sierra, his background.
Bio, whatever.
Yeah. So they gave me a website, and you go, and when you go on that website, I think it's that one, it says that Dr. Juan Esteban Sierra has been 30 years, excellent doctor, non-complaints at all. And he's the secretary of the medical plastic surgeons of the state, of the country of Colombia.
Association.
The association. I could not believe it. I said, baby, what else do I ask him for? And when we came, we see the doctor, he can come right now, and he's a human person. It's not like in United States the doctor come and say what's your name, what you need, here's what you do. No, he comes and hold your hand and don't worry. He's a very person down to earth, and he be in my prayers for the rest of my life.
He's like a friend in a friend, if I may put it that way. He's, like I said earlier, but I'll say it this way, he's such a humble person. It kind of touches you. For example, yesterday when he approached me about, doing this, and, he showed me my photos, comparing the before and the after, he asked me, for permission. I says, by all means, doctor, yes. Oh, and what were you gonna put? Oh, Instagram, or by all means. I said, go for it. I appreciate that, because this is going to give you more light. This is going to give you more exposure. It's telling other people around the world that this is who I am, and this is how I help people at the same time. They come for me. They come here for a reason. It's just, yes, it's for the best, for the betterment, for their best, etc. But not only that, they've chosen someone that they can trust. I think the trust goes a long ways. It touches the person's heart.
And one thing about Dr. Juan Esteban Sierra is, we call him doctor, but he's more than a doctor, because he is like an artist. With me, for example, Botero, he do his figures, chubby, and Dr. Sierra, he take that chubby out of us, and he mold us the way he want. As soon as he saw me, he say, no, you need this, you need this, you need an abdominoplastia, but you don't gonna need liposuction because you don't have fat, you have a skin. Don't worry, I'm going to make you. So I'm a piece of art from Dr. Juan Esteban Sierra. I don't have a frame, for an exposure. I'm being exposed 24/7. And when anybody asks me, who did this? Dr. Artist Juan Esteban Sierra, because he molded us. He molded my husband's eyes, and he molded my body. The night of my husband's surgery, they told me I need to get in touch via WhatsApp with Dr. Silvia in case anything. Dr. Juan Esteban Sierra, he warned me. He said, you're gonna see some bleeding coming from his eye, don't worry, this and that. But one thing is telling me and one thing is seeing it. So immediately I wrote to Dr. Silvia, and took a picture and sent it. That was the good things, that we can get in touch via WhatsApp. I took a picture, I sent it to her. She said, Aide, she is so sweet. Aide, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and tap it, clean it up, put the drops, don't worry. That's what happened. Dr. Canchica, he's adorable too.
She's adorable.
He was the one that took my husband's stitches. He's really nice. About the staff in the front, Luz and the other girl, I don't remember her name. Everybody and the staff outside, they're really nice. My message person is Marcela. She's adorable. She has so soft hands that you can hardly feel it. And I feel so good. When she do the massage, when she finished the massage, she say, okay, Doña Aide, you finished? I say, nuh-uh. Yes, ma'am. Because the time goes so fast. She has a beautiful way of doing the massage. I don't feel anything. So everybody in the staff of Dr. Juan Esteban Sierra, to me, are excellent. They're welcoming you with a smile in your face, and very, very nice people.
I think opening doors is a way to put it. The moment you enter the office, or they open the doors, or you open the door, you feel this certain feeling that kind of touches you. The staff is just amazing. They smile, they speak with you, they talk with you, they converse with
They
you.
welcome you.
And so that makes you really feel not just a patient, but a person, like being part of them as well. It's just an overall wonderful experience. And for me, at least, that's very important, because, as you know, sometimes you go into a doctor's office and no one is speaking to you, or no one does anything, no one says anything to you. There's not a lot of communication or information. Whereas over here, I mean, you get it from the moment you step inside. You're like already, in a conversation with them, and that's really, for me, and I think my wife will agree, for us as a whole, I think that's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. You're feeling more like, not just in an office, but you're like part of that welcoming group. It's just amazing. Good feeling.